Oil and gas is one of the sectors that Uganda is banking on to see economic transformation. But the country has been waiting for the final investment decision for a long time. Despite the enthusiasm, however, experts are telling us that we are yet to get there in the area of preparation to take advantage of the opportunities that this sector presents. Well, let's look at where the loopholes are and what is being done to bridge these gaps. The delay of the final investment decision in the oil and gas sector has been met with mixed sentiments from both sector experts and the business community. The major issue at this stage is the local content question. For while oil companies and international players keen on tapping the sector's trappings have what it takes, many local businesses and the country's oil human resources, both in the private and public sectors, are yet to scale to this herculean challenge.
Oil and gas is a new area. It is an emerging industry which we need to have some capacity to appreciate, and in case of any disputes that may arise, we would have personnel to resolve some of those disputes.
However, initiatives specifically targeting human resource development for the oil and gas sector are taking shape, driven by the private sector players, like the Institute of Petroleum Studies, Kampala.
IPSK actually is one of the training institutions in the country that started training in oil and gas at the beginning. They are now 5 years old, and actually I would like to congratulate them for having achieved this milestone because they do this training as a business, which means therefore that their business has grown to 5 years, which is a big achievement in this country because, as you are aware, not many businesses go beyond their first or second year. They trained people. I think they have trained over 100 people now, which is a good thing. And some of these people are actually employed in the sector.
According to analysts, the private sector has to position itself to play across all oil and gas spheres, considering the strategic revenue importance of the oil and gas sector resource. According to some studies, oil is expected to contribute an average net present value of 2 billion, that is 10% of GDP, for at least 26 years. In this regard, oil and gas have been identified as an important building block to realizing the long-term aspirations and objectives of Uganda's Vision 2040. It is therefore not surprising that more Ugandans are now taking interest in understanding this sector, including those that were initially presumed to be concentrating elsewhere.
My interaction with it actually started with an arm of a sister organization known as Quest Energy, which was running an introductory course, a certificate course to the oil and gas sector. I think at the time they were doing it in conjunction with MOOBs, and it was quite an enriching experience. It was, I think, a fitting introduction to the oil and gas industry for those of us who wanted to understand what this industry was all about.
But while some are there today, the question still remains: how many private operators are ready to trap the trappings of the oil and gas sector, let alone have a full grasp of the sector if Uganda started production today?